Captain Natalie Zhao gripped the edge of the Situation Room table, struggling to process the words of her science officer. "You're telling me we traveled 27 light years, only to find an extinct civilization?" Li Ying met her commander's devastated gaze with solemn eyes. "I'm afraid so, Captain. The debris field and residual radiation levels indicate a cataclysmic event, likely full-scale nuclear war or stellar cataclysm, eradicated this system's intelligent species over a century ago." Hushed whispers and muffled gasps rippled through the assembled crew. They had sacrificed so much, given up entire lives back on Earth, to be among the first explorers to make contact with another spacefaring civilization. But the signal, Zhao fought to make sense of it all. Their message indicated this was an invitat. "Clearly we've misinterpreted the intent behind the signal," Li Ying said, eyes downcast. Based on its age and coded language drift, this was their final sputtering transmission before the cataclysm ended their civilization entirely. Ensign Vihan Mehta slammed his fist on the table. "You're saying this whole mission was a goddamn fool's errand? We gave up everything back home, left our families behind, all because of a goddamn echo." Zhao shot the young engineer an icy glare. "Watch your tone, Ensign. We all knew the inherent risks." "With all due respect," Li Ying interrupted steadily, "while Mehta's reactions are understandably raw, he does raise a valid point. We based this entire mission, the development of our warp drive, decades of our lives spent in transit, on a few aberrant radio signals sent from a species we now know is extinct." A tense silence hung over the room. Zhao sank into a chair, all the vigor and euphoria of their historic first warp flight now replaced by a creeping void. Not only had they missed their chance at first contact entirely, they also faced the grim reality of having dedicated their lives to a tragic dead end. Lieutenant Kim Yoon broke the stillness, her voice trembling. "Captain, what do we do now?" Natalie Zhao closed her eyes, memories of tearful goodbyes on the launch gantry bombarding her with merciless intensity. How could she look her wife and daughter in the eye, knowing they'd sacrificed a lifetime together, chasing interstellar ghosts? Now? She opened her eyes, newfound determination glinting in them like solar flares. Now we do what explorers have always done, try to find a new path forward. She rose from her chair, fresh purpose straightening her spine. Prepare a full systems report on our remaining fuel and resources. If we can rig the warp drives for fresh exploratory probes or unmanned long-range scouts, I want plans drafted within the week. She locked eyes with each of her crew, defiance etched in the planes of her face. This may have been a brutal disappointment, one that cost us dearly, but it was not in vain. Li Ying tilted her head. "You cannot mean—" Zhao's jaw set firmly. "I do. The signal, however old and misinterpreted it was, proved beyond any doubt that intelligent life exists out there among the stars. We may have missed our shot at contact, but that only means we must redouble our efforts." Ensign Mehta gaped. "You're saying we should just resume blind exploration without any new valid leads?" The captain's eyes bored into him with relentless conviction. "I'm saying, Ensign, that we carry on doing what our species does best, pushing ever forward, never losing hope that the next great discovery is just over the cosmic horizon. We took a risk that didn't pan out, but it was a chance worth taking." She gestured out the observation windows at the ravaged debris field of a fallen civilization. "This may be where one story ends in fire and ruin, but it is also the starting point for our new journey to make damn sure history does not repeat itself." Her words hung thrumming in the recycled air like a rallying cry. Slowly, the fear and resignation bled from the crew's eyes, replaced by that undying human spark of perseverance. "So let me be clear," Zhao declared, hands fisted at her sides. "Whether it takes us months, decades, or multiple generations, we will not cease our mission to locate and make peaceful contact with other spacefaring civilizations. This is our driving force, our cosmic purpose, until the day it is achieved." She swept her piercing gaze across the room in an unspoken challenge. Or does anyone here have a problem carrying on that mandate? The stillness that greeted her was soon broken by Li Ying's soft voice. No problem here, Captain. Just inputs for potential exploratory vectors we may pursue based on... Excellent, Zhao nodded firmly. Then, as of this moment, our first contact mission has not ended. IT has simply entered its next phase. As the room hummed with renewed energy, Natalie Zhao stood tall at its heart, unwavering, undaunted. They may have fallen short this time, missed the window by a cosmically cruel margin, but if there was one immutable truth about humanity, it was this. We would not cease until first contact was made. No matter how many stars had to be chased, how many light years had to be consumed, it would happen. The universe's myriad alien voices would not go unanswered. Not if we had anything to say about it.